Hey my young exiles, how we doing? It's Mr. A2G and we are back playing some more Saga Survival. How we going, guys? Welcome again to the new Exile series. This is the series that we are conducting at the moment, helping you guys starting out this game get the best available information, tips and know-how, and make sure you guys ultimately survive and progress on in the game. Now, if you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys are subscribed if you are new, and also hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos that come out of my channel, whether it's this one here or my main series that we have. Alright guys, like and comment, make sure that you do voice that out and let me know how I'm doing with that. Okay guys, now let's get into it. So basically today what we're going to do is that we're not going to harvest any of the resources here, but what we will do is we'll take on hopefully all the enemies if we can. There might be an exception to a couple of enemies there, but we'll definitely make those known until once we get there. Okay, so with that in mind, we'll loot all the chests as well, let you know what you guys can get with the with this type of zone and what the expectations might be for you. But just to make sure, what we're doing is this is the setup that I'm running with. So we've got 1.5 bows. I do have one in reserve just in case. Half durability armor. Now I would recommend that you guys go full durability, of course, just to make sure that you guys get out with your armor intact, and a stack of heals. Alright, make sure that before you leave your home base that you guys are fully charged up, so meaning, you know, no curse points, no thirst or anything like that that needs to be tensioned, and of course your hunger and at full power. So using the longbow as well, as you can see, good ranged weapon, especially once you hit to level 20. You'll be able to you know, utilize this and don't have to go into full hand-to-hand combat with some of these enemies that we've got. As you can see, the spiders are probably going to give us the most trouble throughout the zone. So if you time it right, you guys should be able to either get maybe one or maybe no hits at all with these type of enemies, but depending on how well you evade as soon as you've made that attack there. So as you can see, I'm getting hit pretty much every time, but the catch is with this is just make sure that you don't just go blindly into combat. Just case it out. The golems aren't too bad either, so you shouldn't have any problems with them trying to attack you, unless if you are only using, you know, hand-to-hand melee in this situation. But with with the longbow itself, you can't go wrong. Okay, so let's just get these guys out of the way. There we go. So it should be achievable that you shouldn't have any damage taken against the spider. Got very lucky there, but it is doable, just depending on, you know, how quick you are to react. You know, hopefully your phone doesn't lag or anything like that, but we'll see how we go. Pretty much at that point I only got hit once from that spider there, and that's probably the most dangerous spider that you're going to find in the game as well, the one with the 3 shields. And then you've seen the regular spider, which was the dark brown spider. But we'll definitely analyze that in a moment once I open up this chest and see what we've got. Just in case, I'll grab some of these as well while we're going along, and I might just take the water as well. Okay, should be right with everything else. I'll leave that there behind. If I need it, I know where it is. Okay, so let's just loot up the barrel here in the middle. And this is one possible map of this zone as well. I believe you get, I think there's about a couple. Oh, nice, level up. Yeah, you do get, I think, 1 to 2 different map variations of the Rocky Spires. So just put that into perspective, guys, and just so you guys are aware, if you do run into this type of zone, there are a couple of versions. Okay, so this one here, this spider, dark spider, so this is the more advanced spider, is the more defensive of the spiders, especially with the 3 shields on its name. So you're going to need a couple more times to try and bring down this particular type of enemy. He spits out fire, which is not an element that we have to worry about at this point in time either. It's standard attack. And then with the golem here, no shield, quite easy, we can get him, no problems. Okay, now here's the regular spider. This is the standard spider that we've got. And with this guy here, he just spews out little green things and all that sort of stuff, but he's not the strongest. Okay, and we're actually going to meet all 3 levels. So we've already met 2 of the 3 spider levels. So we've met well, actually 4. You know what? There's actually 5. I'm just thinking now. So basically, we're going to meet 3 out of the 5. Whereas we've already met one of those, one of the 5 too. So the original one was the young spider, the young brown spider that we featured in the tier 2 zones, being the rugged cliffs, I believe, that we met. Or actually, you know what? It may have been the standard zone, standard rocky zone. So we met them there first, which they're the weakest out of the lot. Now there's also a counterpart to the young spider as well. And I'll illustrate that once we get further into this zone as well. Let's just pick up some of this scrolls for experience and hopefully learn some new items. Okay, yeah, so sorry to sort of jumble around this, guys, but yeah, so there's a few tiers of spiders. So basically the larger spiders are your stronger enemies. Oop. And that's just a standard spider there. Just get a little bit closer. Go. Okay, and we should get him in 3 hits. There we are. And does he come into proximity? Just run away a little bit. Okay, let him just creep up a little bit there. No. And let's hit him there. So he takes about 5 hits. And if I'm quick, excuse me, I should be able to get him down without me getting hit. So it is possible. You just got to time it right, guys. It's all about the timing of this. Okay. So let's just go and get this golem here. And let's just clear out this spider. Oops. Come on, you. There we go. And sometimes you might get a critical hit, which is always favorable for us, especially starting out, or especially if you're in the, well, you know, practically about to die and you whip out one of those critical hits, it might just save you. So always good. Okay, it's always good value. And whoop, some more spiders over here. Just gonna take them out real quick. So yeah, so for me, just for saving a bit of time, I will try and just defeat these guys pretty quickly. Just sort of without sort of running up and back, things like that. And let's just quickly take out this golem here. There we go. And I'll leave the midsection for the moment because I just don't want to overcomplicate the matter. And let's just quickly take out this spider, nice and easy. There we go. So as you can see, it does use up a lot of your durability as well, as you can see with my armor, and obviously the curse points sort of take a bit of a hit, so you just got to be mindful of that. But if you do it right, and if you do it, you know, as stealthy as possible, you can achieve and clear this zone quite easily. It's not that hard, guys, so I'm hoping you guys can follow my lead with this one. If you use your own methods, or if you've got similar methods to myself, definitely use them. Whatever works for you is the best practice. I just hope some of the information that I give you, or that you see on this video, or any of my other videos, you sort of take that on board, or use a modified version of it. You know, do what you guys need to do, and hopefully, you know, you guys will be able to, you know, have a better experience on the game. That's what it's all about. We're just playing a bit of hide and seek here. Okay, and there we go. And there should either be, yep, there we go. Thought that should have been an enemy up here, or two. A couple of golems. Let's just get out of his way. Okay, and that's it. Perfect. Now these guys sometimes drop stone, or you might get clay. So clay is good. You definitely want to get some clay as well, especially with certain items that you need to craft, especially when you get to the ability to craft up clay bars. You definitely want to get that happening as soon as possible, especially if you want to utilize the crossbow in the game as well. The crossbow is a phenomenal ranged weapon. As soon as you get to that particular weapon, it's going to make your life a hell of a lot easier, especially when running through zones such as this. You'll be able to do it a lot quicker. Now, we are basically over to the main area, or the middle part. As you can see, there's still some enemies here. So there's going to be a bear, and there will be a couple of enemies. So a couple of spiders usually, or a couple of spiders and a golem that you'll find. In this case, you may as well just draw out the bear. If he comes at you, just get the run out. The other enemies won't be able to keep up with you, so they'll stop their approach on you, and you'll be able to just successfully be able to take down the bear, just as I've done there. Okay, so how we're doing with armor? We're doing okay. This is where I said before, guys, just make sure you got full durability on your armor, just in case if you run into something and you need to, at the expense of armor and health, utilize that in combination to get yourself out of trouble. As you can see, this time I've got the 3 spiders, so a little bit on the harder side here. So I'm not going to go in guns blazing against these guys. So I'm going to have to draw these guys out a little bit, do this standard sneak attack and run method, and hopefully we'll be able to, take them out. Okay, and we should be able to get him nice and easy. Heal up in the interim, take him out as well, and we got one more. And these guys will generally drop venom just like the rest of the spiders, and sometimes if you're lucky you'll get some rope. Now rope is not a big thing, but it is in a way. You definitely need that for certain crafting items, especially if you're trying to do some EXP challenges and you want to get some decent items to be crafted. Sometimes the rope is a good item that you do need, and you definitely need it. Anyway, main chest here of the zone. So we should have cleared all the enemies by now, so you shouldn't have to worry about top side now. So if you want, you can basically go into automatic mode and just start harvesting all the stone, clay, iron deposits that are available up here, and anything else. So there's some wood that you'll be able to chop down. You got your rushes and all the seedlings that you can get as well. Ooh, that's going to be handy as well come later on. And we've got 7 oak logs, which is great. So with the cruel bludgeon, it's a really decent melee weapon early on in game, especially when you get to level 33. Oh, okay, I thought I had all of them. Yeah, disregard. So it is a good weapon, good for any sort of general attack. Doesn't cost too much if you've got all the little bits and pieces, the items there, so you shouldn't have to worry about that compared to some other items that you may need earlier on. I found it to be a good one back in the day when I was sort of back on level 33 myself. So yeah, for me it was good. Okay, now I haven't spoken about this, so we're going to go through it now. Some areas, this is one of them, and you may have noticed, or if you recall back on the rugged cliffs, that there was a bottom level. So the Rocky Spires also has one, so we're going to head down there now, and we're going to go through this part. So there's not too much to go with this one here. Excuse me, but basically there's going to be a few spiders and a few stone golems, so they are going to be a little bit tougher. Now I don't expect you guys to take them out, but we'll go ahead and have a look at them as well. Now this is the last of the other spiders. So this is the dungeon spider. Whoa. And these guys I find to be quite aggressive. They are relentless. They just keep coming at you sometimes. So basically you just want to run past them anyway. See if you can try and do your sneak attacks with them. But I find these guys, they always, you know, attach themselves to you. They just continue to keep coming at you, which is a real pain. Because especially if you're trying to do the whole sneak attack thing, it, you know, usually sometimes work, it doesn't work, but you know, they drop venom for the most part. They very rarely drop the rope that you might need as well, which is a bit of a bummer. Okay, so here's another one. So we should be able to get all the spiders in this zone. The stone golems, however, are going to be the tricky ones, so I'll emphasize that in a minute. Okay, there we go. Alright, cool. So yeah, so you've got standard spider, big spider, so standard brown, the blue spider, which is your dungeon, and then the red spider, which is your dark spider. They're your 3 tiers of difficult spiders, and then you've got the young spiders, which are only the younger brown and the younger dungeon spider. And you'll find those younger dungeon spiders only in the dungeon itself when we eventually venture out there. Okay, so now we're going to introduce ourselves to the stone golem. Now, if you quickly see his HP and the damage that he does, you know it's going to be a bit of a tough time to try and break down. So even with a ranged weapon such as the longbow, he's only doing 8 damage. So it's not a great weapon to do. Usually this is where I use my crossbow or even the pyromancer's ring. Sometimes I even struggle with the pyro rings. So something definitely just to consider just before you engage in combat. You don't want to sort of go in melee combat with these guys, because the time that you try and heal and the weapon and the armor that you have left remaining, such as this, you may not get out alive. And especially if you get 2 of them at you and you're trying to get yourself out and they block you, it's game over. Now quickly with this, these are anthracite deposits. You will need this later on in game. Just not quite yet. If you've got any iron pickaxes, you can harvest them only with iron pickaxes as opposed to the stone pickaxe. So just be careful with how you if you want to sort of try and venture out and you've only got a stone pickaxe, you do need an iron pickaxe to get those deposits there. Alright, so we should be able to take you out pretty briskly. There we go, perfect. And these things here, these will give you either fresh herbs or herb seeds. Definitely needed further on, later on in game. Okay, let's just bring you out a little bit. Okay. See what I mean, guys? These guys are quite, they attach you, and they just don't want to let go, kind of thing. They just keep coming after you. And sometimes it's just easier just to stand and fight, basically, instead of run and duck. But we should be fine anyway. And this is another stone golem. So thankfully these guys aren't the fastest. So I usually try and sort of get them to come across into one area of the zone. Now, like I said, I don't expect you guys to try and take these guys on, especially with bows or any sort of weapons. So the best thing that I could suggest for you is just finesse them out of your way, and at least this way you don't have to worry about them. Now there should be another stone golem down there as well, but I'm going to go for the spider for now, and my game has just lagged. It severely lagged on me. That could have been the worst possible thing that would have just happened to me. Alright, well, since the golem's after me now, let's just get him out of the way. And notice that we've got 2 there, so let's just quickly run out of their way, and these guys won't come after you moving forward. Well, that was a bit embarrassing. I don't know what happened with the lag there. And there goes my timer, so we are in OT at the moment. So let's just quickly finish off the rest of the zone. There's not too much to go now, but as you can see, I'm losing durability now. I'm losing armor. Armor's dropping off. I've only got the torso up with the gloves, so hopefully we'll make it out alive. But anyway, this is the main chest of the zone downstairs here, and this is the type of loot that you can expect. So for now, you probably want to try and grab everything. Excuse me. Again, more anthracite here, so you can get at least a full stack of 20 anthracite and anywhere between 5 to 7 extra bits and pieces of anthracite, so about 27, just under 30 pieces, so which is a decent haul when you think about it. Okay, let's just take you out. I'm tired of just doing the whole run and dash thing now. I think you guys get it at this point, so you know, we'll just loot everything for what it is, and basically we'll just get out of the zone now, because I think this is pretty much it. You've only got this little chest here. There's only going to be 2 chests, so 1 trunk and 1 little chest there. And look at that. You do get some decent item and loot here. You definitely want to take these home. Absolutely, especially with elm. Elm is very rare, guys, so if you see elm, make it your point to try and get it at all costs, because you're definitely going to need it later on in game, especially when certain workstations need elm or even elm planks. It's something that you definitely want to make sure that you've got, or you know, a substantial amount of. So yeah, definitely rule of thumb, don't leave it behind. Okay. Oops, and here comes another stone golem. So again, like I said, guys, you just got to get them out of your way. It is what it is. If you really want to, you can basically just do one of these, just let them come down here and just virtually go right around. He'll either turn back or try and chase you, but by the time you run away, he's not going to come after you. You'll be fine. And who have we got here? So just another spider. I mean, with those golems, what they'll end up dropping you and giving you... Oop, here comes another one. They'll end up dropping you it's just standard stone. You might get some stone blocks as well. And you'll get some anthracite that will drop as well. So it is, depending on how you see it, worth it. If not, if you've got a lot of weapon durability, then definitely go right ahead and go for it. Otherwise, you can always just, you know, sidestep them and just run. Sometimes it's always best to do that, especially if you don't have enough weapon durability or armor durability. As you can see, the other 2 golems that we finessed out of our way beforehand are coming after us. He's still making his way after me as well. And this here, you've got a little bit of a room where you've got some anthracite and some iron ore deposits. So if you want to grab them, definitely grab them. But otherwise, that's basically it, guys. We are done. If I can get out of the zone. I'm not too sure what's going on with my game. It's been on the laggy side today, so apologies there. But we got through it. And basically that's it. That's the full zone. So let me know what you guys think of the Rocky Spires. It is a decent zone, a good zone for farming, especially when you want to get some iron ore, clay, and you want to get a few other bits and pieces as well. There are some decent loot to be had in the zone, so it's good. It's good when you're doing the experience challenge or the resource challenge that you want to harvest the raw materials, especially with the woodlands as well in combination. If you want to just get a lot of wood, you definitely want to jump on board to get that. Anyway, guys, that's basically going to go ahead and call it a video. Thanks for watching. If you guys are new, don't forget, please make sure that you are subscribed and notified with a notification bell for this channel, all my videos as well. And make sure that if you guys have enjoyed it, make sure you like, okay? I want to get this up the recommended page, especially with the new Exile series. I want to help you newbies out as well as best as I can. So this is the way that I'm doing it, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Alright guys, take it easy. We'll catch you next time.